world of the play is two queer women in southern Alabama on a fishing boat in the midst of a 6-year relationship that has gone maybe a little tepid. That has issues, as all long-term relationships do. Mm-hmm. So they're on the Gulf and they're experiencing a Gulf.
They've come to a crossroads of sorts, and they're trying to navigate it in the best way that they can in the middle of like a literal and figurative breakdown.
That was so much better.
Was it? No, it wasn't.
It was good.
Okay. I remember the first couple of table reads that we did, and all I could think is, God, this woman just doesn't stop talking. Why? Why won't she stop talking? And
I wondered that too.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I don't feel like you're talking about Betty. I couldn't figure out why Betty wouldn't stop talking. The more I started living with her and empathizing with her, the more I realized that it came from a really deep and desperate longing and a need. And when we spoke with Audrey, the playwright, she said something to the extent of, there's nothing worse than not being liked by the person that you love. And that really cracked something open for me.
I think there were so many things about Kendra that I recognized and understood in myself, such as feeling incredibly introverted, feeling misunderstood in moments in relationships, feeling like a loner, feeling outside of things, feeling like I had some poetry inside of myself that I didn't know how to express necessarily. And I think, you know, as the playing of it continued and as, you know, you live and try to understand these characters, I discovered that there is an incredible love and longing and kind of tortured need to connect without the ability or the tools necessarily to do that.
There's so many complex reasons why I fell in love with this play and relished the opportunity to do it. The first being that it's two queer women who don't have to talk about their queerness, their race, having to come out, the history of queerness. It was just two queer humans who got to just be, and not only that, but be whole and human and funny and beautiful and also flawed and ugly and completely layered and complex in a way that I don't see women on stage or in media, period. Let alone queer women, let alone being a queer woman of color. That was something that really excited me.
I mean, you know, part of the mission of About Face is to engage in a dialogue about gender and sexuality on a national level. And I think, you know, I spent a lot of time in the South, and I think these are stories that are not seen and not heard, particularly working class people who are living in very small communities where there is, I can only imagine, and I have felt firsthand, a lot of homophobia, a lot of gender phobia. And I think, you know, the more we understand who is queer in the world and who gets to live in particular bodies and what particular races get to cohabitate and love, the smaller that field of vision becomes. It lessens the divide. And I think that is a worthy exploration, always.